versus Jonathan Timothy Castro. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Robert Bralbach.
All right. And are you Mr. Castro? Could you unmute for me, please? Court will note for the record that the defendant entered a plea on December 8th by video, and the defendant waived in-person appearance. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years. There are cases that are being taken in consideration, no contact orders. The state is opposing your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report?
None.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor, no objections.
All right. State, you may proceed. You're opposed.
Yes, Judge. We have a witness we'd like to call, Esther Henson.
All right, Ms. Henson, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could you lower your hand and you could state your name for the record, please?
Esther Henson.
All right, state.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, Mrs. Henson, you're aware that we're here for the sentencing of Donovan Castro in the case where you're the victim?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that night the offense happened?
Yes, sir. I do remember it.
Where were you at that night?
I was in my bedroom asleep.
Okay. When did you first become aware that your house had been burglarized?
Awakening, I'm going to say around 7 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, I saw that my living room remotes weren't around and my TV was on. And that's when I noticed that I went to my dining room and things.
Thank you so much, Aviatrix. That is really kind. There's a super sticker. I saw you asking about that before. And even after I warned you that all proceeds go to Mike's Nutty Adventure Fund. That's really nice. Thank you, Zach. Okay, so this is interesting. So we start out with Judge Boyd, and I feel like I'm giving her short shrift here because she's got a very serious sentencing. And what's interesting about this is we have this, you'll see that they just brought this witness in, and she's a victim, and she's a devastatingly good witness. She is just absolutely credible, and the prosecutor does a nice job of taking her through it, and it's not helping the defendant's cause here.
Things will move around, but it was until I got to my husband's office, which we're in right now, where everything was thrown around and a lot of things were missing.
Okay. And so you were aware that things were taken from your living room and the office, is that correct?
Living room, dining room, and office and kitchen.
Thank you,
Okay.
Palma.
And did you later discover that items were taken from another location?
Yes, sir. At the time, we had told the officers the amount of the money that was taken, the property amount. But later on, I had a rosary to go to. My nephew had just passed away, and I was getting ready to go to rosary when I noticed that my rings were missing inside my room.
And those rings were located where inside your bedroom?
And they were located in my dresser, just 3 feet from me.
Okay. Were they located in a container? Or
They were located in a ring, I guess a ring keeper, a ring holder where you put all your rings in.
Okay. When you went to try, I guess, to get one of your rings, like how many were missing?
Total with my ring would be 4.
Okay. Was the entire container empty?
Yes, sir.
And of the rings that were taken, was there one that was very important to you?
Yes, my wedding ring. That was the most important one to me, was my wedding ring.
How long have you been married?
I've been married 22 years.
And did y'all get your property back?
Yes, we did. We got the ones that we thought we had. There was so much missing that we had told the officer the day of that we got everything, because I wasn't aware that he was inside my room, that nobody entered my room.
So you never got your rings back?
No, sir.
Since this has happened, how has your life changed?
I suffer from depression and anxiety as it is, and so does my son. So in this case, it just affected me to the point where I was already seeing a psychiatrist, And it just got worse where I had to get prescriptions to go to sleep because me and my son couldn't go to sleep. My son, he refused to get the depression pills, but I did, and I got anxiety pills to be able to sleep at night.
Thank you, Leanne.
We weren't able to sleep. My son and me cannot go to the living room at night no more.
Did your husband change his schedule also?
He had to change his work from leaving at least at 6 or 7, and he was leaving very early in the mornings prior to this.
And I guess
You'll see that her attorney, his attorney, the defendant's bottom left here, his attorney's top right, and you can see him. He keeps doing the Rodney Dangerfield thing. It's not really funny. It's just he's got nothing, and this is absolutely crushing his client. There's nothing he can do about it. His client did it. It is bad. The prosecutor is doing a very nice job of bringing it out. The judge is serious as can be about this. And what's sort of interesting about this, again, not particularly humorous, but interesting, is after all this, the defendant really tries to put one over on the judge, and you can look at her. It's not going to happen.
do you still feel secure in your home?
No, I don't. I don't think I ever will. We've been here in this neighborhood for so long. Being that I know that he is from this neighborhood, and feeling in my heart that he wasn't alone for the amount of stuff that was taken, it just, I don't know who's out there, and it hasn't been the same. No, sir.
So what sort of, I guess, punishment do you think would be appropriate for Mr. Castro?
I think it has to be a longer time, only because I'm just afraid that he might not think the severity of what really happened. I mean, how it's affected other people. To him, it was things were returned and that was it. It's just not only the ring. It's my feeling of depression and anxiety, being that I had already, prior to this, years ago, already had trauma. So this is a lot of stuff that has brought up because of what happened.
And you're aware that he's applying for community supervision, correct?
Yes, sir.
If he were to get community supervision, I guess, would you have concerns about that?
I would, sir.
What are your concerns?
My concerns is that he comes back. That has always been my concern. That's been my biggest fear.
Judge, we'll pass the witness.
All right. Defense?
That is, this is just a sentencing, so she's giving reasons why she wants him to be punished more, which makes sense. It is one of the best witnesses I've ever seen. She was not over the top. She was credible. Nothing she said could you really argue with. She didn't look like she was exaggerating in the least. The attorney knows it. His attorney are right above him, and he has a horrible cross here, but it's not his fault. He's got nothing to say. He can see it going down. This is, I can relate to this. I don't do criminal, but sometimes testimony is just crushing you, and you're sitting there like, you know, like you're on the Titanic, and you got to keep a brave front and just watch your case go down. And this is one of those scenarios for him.
Only have a few questions, Your Honor, to her. Did she see the intruder in the house?
No, sir, I didn't.
Did the intruder confront you or cause harm to anyone else in the house, either you or any other occupants?
No, sir, he didn't. It didn't happen.
Okay. And what you're complaining about is property that is missing. I think the only item that has not been returned to you is a wedding ring. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
So his cross, and I understand why he did it. What he's trying to do is focus it and say it's a property crime. He didn't confront her, and there was no violence in the house, and that probably is his best case, but it's not great. And the only reason why there wasn't a confrontation is because his client is a career criminal who cased the place and made sure she was gone first. He knew very well, and he is very deliberate in what he is doing. So while he did not actually physically confront her, it's not a great mitigating factor in this circumstance.
All right. Any follow-up from the state?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. State, call your next witness.
The state rests.
All right, defense?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
right, then the court will hear, does
May I
anyone have any questions for Mr. Castro?
May I speak, Your Honor?
Sure you can. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I don't know. It just went past it, but the look on his attorney's face was like, I don't know. I honestly surrender. I don't know what to tell you.
Truth so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
I'm Donovan Timothy Castro.
All right, the first question I want answered is, where is her wedding ring?
I have put them with the belongings, and had my mother go, and she said that they were not available. They were not there at all.
So you
And
don't
I
have her, are you telling this court that you don't have her wedding ring?
That is correct.
All right, anything else for Mr.
Yes.
Broback? Do you have any questions for your client?
Judge Boyd strikes me as unconvinced by this testimony.
Other than some statements I'll
Um,
make at the sentencing, no, not right now.
Judge,
Yes.
if I may, I'm willing to reimburse any cost of anything, even
Well, let's
over
start with this. Why are you breaking into people's homes?
I made the wrong choice. I made the biggest mistake of my life.
No, you
The
didn't make a
biggest-
mistake. Nope. You made choices. A mistake is if it's sunny outside, I come to court. Somebody tells me it's raining outside. I didn't bring my umbrella.
Yes.
So
yes, Your
someone
Honor.
is sitting next to me and I see that they have an umbrella and I take it. Guess what? That's a choice I made. If I come with my umbrella and I'm sitting next to someone who also has an umbrella and both of us have black umbrellas and it's raining outside and I pick up the black umbrella and I go outside and I open it and then I realize it's not my umbrella. I got the black umbrellas mixed up. Guess what? That's a mistake. What you did was a choice. So we're back to, why are you choosing to break into people's homes? And what I've read in the PSI reports is that that's your job. You break into people's homes when they're off at work. So why are you breaking into people's homes?
Never. That is not my job. My job, and this
Well,
is what I use.
Well, did you break into her house and steal a ring?
I made a horrible choice.
No, my question is, did you break into her home and steal her wedding rings?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
And
did.
did you break into her home while she was gone?
Yes.
Was this the
full
daytime or
respons-
nighttime?
It was the daytime.
So your job on that day was breaking into people's homes and you broke into her home while she was not there and stole a ring. So we're back to the point, why are you breaking into her home, since you don't want to say homes?
Thank you so much, Sheila. That is really, really generous.
Why are you breaking into her home and stealing her items that her husband worked hard for and that she worked hard for?
I'm so sorry. I would never do that again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that. I promise it'll never happen again. I don't.
Seriously, watch his attorney, because this guy, on top of being a bad criminal, is a bad actor, and he was doing this again, and I feel for him. It's not even funny. It's just, I don't know what he can do. He obviously can't do anything.
I don't want to ever get into this situation in my life again, and to go into
You
another
commit,
person's home.
Mr. Castro,
Yes.
I'm looking at your criminal history. You have a theft from 2009. And I'm sure you told that judge, I'm sorry, I promise I'll never do it again. Then you had another theft in 2013. I'm sure you told that judge, I'm sorry, I promise I'll never do it again. And then you had another theft, and they dismissed it, said convicted of other. And then, you had a prior burglary. So.
Don't you hate it when they bust out the priors? This reminds me a lot of when Deborah Davis busted out the spreadsheet. I think it was the woman in the mask, Strangelove. She's trying to do the same thing, trying to get past Middleton, and Deborah's like, well, let me get out my spreadsheet. That's what the judge just did herself. It's not a good situation for him.
Again, we're back to the point, why would you break into her home and steal her wedding rings?
never, I don't want, Your Honor, I take full responsibility for my actions. And with that, I've reimbursed anything and anything. I'm completely, I'm sorry for any type of feeling or anything that I have caused against you. And I just need a chance, and I promise this chance, and I would never, ever, it would never happen again. I'll go back to, I was a preacher at my church, and I want to go, I'm following the Lord again, back in my faith.
All right,
He was a preacher at his church. Oh, that's not helpful. It's offensive.
preach at your church. What's one of the commandments?
Thou shalt not steal.
And what did you do?
And I stole. Yes, I did,
And
Judge.
you broke into someone's house during the daytime. And again, you still have not told the court why did you break into her house and steal her wedding rings?
Great. Thank
That's
you.
number one. And number two, if you did not sell her wedding rings, and I'm assuming your mom loves you, and you say you have the wedding rings, where are they? Because I'm sure she wants her wedding ring back.
Yes, if it wasn't, it should be in the closet. She checked there. There's no wedding rings in the closet.
Any other questions from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do.
Your Honor,
Yes?
Your Honor, with the 6 months of incarceration, I have my faith back in Jesus Christ, my Savior. And as for that, I made an oath to the Lord. I'll never break another commandment or law ever in my life as long as I live. I have a wife and 3 children of my own that are struggling to pay the rent and the light bill because I'm incarcerated due to my actions. All I'm asking is for a second chance, Your Honor, but not allowing, a status and just probation deferred, so I could provide for my family right now. I don't use or drink alcohol. I'm willing to take any outpatient classes, anything that's needed, or 5 years deferred, and anything that's mandatory, just so I can get out there and provide for my family in the rightful manner of a man of Christ Jesus that should be and shall be of me, Your Honor.
Yep, that sums it up, Captain Cactus. And thank you. 2 pounds.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court's going to deny the motion, find you guilty. Court will sentence you up to 4 years will sentence you to 4 years in prison. Mr. Brabeck, I'll keep jurisdiction. There's to be $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 663041. There's to be restitution to Michael Hinson, Hinson, Catherine Reynolds, and cause number 663041. There's to be no contact with Michael Hinson, Esther Hinson.
I had deferred to probation 16 years ago. I completed it fully. I can do.
Thank you, Fulgen. I hope I'm saying it right now. Someone points out to me, I thought it was a proper name. This is kind of cool. I was not aware of this word, but someone told me in the comments, and I thank you for the education. It's very cool. And yes, leave Jesus out of this. Absolutely.
5 years. I can do 10 years.
Let me ask you this. What was that previous deferred adjudication for?
It was for burglary and habitation.
And what are you here for today?
Burglary and habitation. 16 years later.
Yes. So you're committing burglaries of a habitation and you're committing thefts. Now, when you say, here's the thing. You're saying that you need to support your children and you need to support your family.
Yes, I do.
Well, let me explain something to you.
Yes.
Miss Henson, Mr. Henson, Miss Reynolds, they were all out there working during the daytime and you were stealing for them. You broke into their home. I'm sure they had the doors locked. I'm sure they were not unlocked. You broke into their home. You took her jewelry, which I'm sure her husband took time out of his day to pick that out, made choices, probably talked to her mom, talked to his mom, saying what ring you think she would like, saved up money so he could get her this ring. And guess what? He could go out and he could get maybe the exact same ring. It's still not going to be the same because guess what? That wasn't the first ring he chose for her. That was not the ring they thought about. That's not the ring she's been wearing. And so what you did was you went into someone's home instead of working to support your family, and you took items. I want you to think about something. You need to think about the mother of your children and somebody maybe breaking into her house, stealing whatever you got for her or whatever you got for your son, and then they don't have it anymore. You were placed previously on deferred adjudication for burglary of habitation. Obviously, you didn't learn anything because we're back here again for another burglary of a habitation where you're taking items that do not belong to you. Stealing should not be an occupation. If you want things,
This is just so I don't know. It's so satisfying. It's not funny. It's a serious situation, but the judge just understands it completely. She's just generally a law and order person to begin with, and also you don't want to be in front of a female judge on the theft of a wedding ring. It's just not. It's an added problem for you. But prior to that, she just gets this to the core and is having none of it, and it's just sort of affirming to watch the justice system be so correct and not even over the top emotional. Just no, we're not having this.
you need to go out and get a job and earn money for things. And let me just tell you something. At the end of the day, when we are no longer here, if you go to a junkyard, there are a bunch of things there. So your sentence is the 4 years in prison. Mr. Brauback, I will retain jurisdiction. I'm finding him guilty. There's to be no contact with Michael Henson, Esther Henson, Catherine Reynolds, 10631 Green Nook Drive, 500 Green Post Road, $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. There's to be restitution to Michael Henson, Catherine Reynolds, and cause number 663041.
Absolutely.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Mr. Castro, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Mr. Brauback, did we review that?
Yes, we reviewed it and you signed it.
Okay. Yes, I did.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ouch. I mean, she's just saying it as an admonition, but it's true. He pled, and then she gets to sentence, and he doesn't have a right to appeal either. So she's like, guess what? I'm dropping the hammer on you, and there's nothing you can say about it.
If you have a question over the definition of a weapon or ammunition, you'll need to speak to an attorney about that. Do you understand?
Thank you, Secret Squirrel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Number 14J can go back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Brauback.
Yes,